Hi, Josh Armstrong here. I'm with Location Real Estate. Let's get started on how to create templates inside of zipForm. You should be up here, of course, right here is where you should be. You're going to log in first, of course, but you'll go to, this is right when you log in, you're going to be at zipformplus.com. This is where we're going to start. Very top up here, let's click on templates to begin. It'll drop down, forms and checklist. Let's click on that. I've already created a test here, but we're going to start all over. Right up here, we're going to do new. And we're going to focus on purchases or offers today, and we'll do others later. This is just introductory, so you're going to know what I'm going to be doing. Click on here. You're going to name it residential, whatever you want to do it, however you want to name it. It's up to you on how you want to name your templates. So that's there. Of course, I'm residential on this one. I'm going to do residential purchases or offers. So I don't do this. When it's auto reply, I do automatically apply this template. That's what I select. You can play around with it how you want to. It's up to you. So save it. And now we're inside of here, and up here is where you're going to notice where we're at. Test 2, yours is going to be named whatever you name it, but that's where it's at. Now over here, right hand side, right up over here, all forms. Click on all. Let's just leave it at all. First thing we want to do is start with the 1 to 4, because that's the initial. That's what we're gonna. And keep in mind, however we do this, you can always rearrange them. We'll get into that later. So you can look it up by name, or if you know the number, it's up to you. But we'll get into more detail. I just want to make this a quick introductory of how to do this. 1 to 4, we're added that in there. Next thing we're gonna do, third party. Not unless it's it doesn't matter if cash or not. You still want this party in, or the template in there. So I know what form it is, which you can use whichever you want to do it. You can put the verbiage in here, or if you know the form number, that's the way you do it. So click on that. Next thing, let's do addendum for seller's disclosure. We're gonna need that on for lead-based paint. So the easiest way to do that is you can actually just type in lead, and it's gonna pull up additional disclosure for information on lead-based paint. And there's also, you can do protect your family on lead-based paint, and like I said, this is just an introductory how to get this going and how to create a template. Next one, let's do an amendment. Most times you're gonna have an amendment at some point, so why not have it ready to go? So we're going to have an amendment in there. Next thing you can do is say the seller, say you have to sell your property before you can buy another one. So you're going to need an addendum for sale of property, for the buyer, which is 10.6. And it should pull it up, addendum for sale of other property. Next one you're going to pull up is say, a right to terminate. Say the inspection goes wrong, they don't want to fix anything, you're within the 7 to 10 days when you're doing your inspection, and the buyer wants to cancel. But we'll go into all of what these forms are and why you need them and whatnot. But anyway, that's how you create that template. Next one is information, inspector information. You can use this if you want. I always use as much as I can, but with sophisticated buyers, you don't have to use all of this. But most of what I'm going to tell you, you are going to need. Another one is going to be the buyer-tenant rep agreement. Right now, that's not a big issue, but who knows what the days are. We don't know what the future holds. So, if you do choose to do buyer representation agreements, go ahead and put that in there. Next one you're going to go to is information about broker services. That's going to be something I always use. I recommend it, and I'm sure everyone else does too. I mean, that's a whole nother subject. Like I said. Consumer protection notice, I stick that in so I have it in my files. There's nothing to sign. It's just a notice to them, to your client. Next one you can put in there would be, say, the property insurance, the inspection. But anyway, this, like I said, I'm going to get into way more detail with this and on what to do after this. But now we've created this template. So there's no save. It's already created. So now just go back to list. We've got test 2 over here. So now when you go to this, when you open it up, test 2 is going to be in there. This is everything we just created. See, 1 minute ago, we just created this. So all your forms are going to be in here, and this is the template you'll use. So let's say, we're doing a 1 to 4. Click on here. I use the classic. You can go here and try either one, but I like this one, but it's completely up to you. This kind of information right here, you're going to need to fill out later. But the stuff that's already going to be populated that you're going to need to fill out, that's what we'll go over later. And I'm going to go through in detail, but some of this stuff can be already populated for you. I mean, you can already put your information in here. Like, not on here because you don't know if you have both sides. But as you can see, this is all, some of this stuff will already be filled in. An example, this wasn't a good example, but let me give you a better example. Like, let's do information about broker services. This is going to be the same no matter what. So, whatever you want to put here, license number, email, phone. I'll just show you just for now. It's just a test. Phone number goes in here, and we're done with that. So we come up here, make sure after you put the information in, push save. That way this template's going to be here next time, so you don't have to fill out information redundantly every time you do a transaction. So now let's go back. So let's pretend like we're starting all over. It's a new day, we've got a new client, and we start, and I'm like I said, this is just a brief tutorial of what I'm going to be showing you and how to create this. So information about broker services, you open it up, and the information I just put in there is already in there. That way you don't waste your time filling this, because this isn't going to change what's in here. And that's the same with a lot of the forms through here. Like, as far as the broker information, your information, phone numbers, your information is not going to change. Why not have it in here? And also, this makes it where you don't forget about the forms that you're going to need. You don't need a checklist if they're already in here, but there's also a checklist if you do want a checklist. It's over here, just click in checklist, and it should be right here, like residential checklist. And right here, this is something good to have for yourself. It tells you exactly what you're going to be needing. Not exactly, but it's a good guide to get you started. But anyway, this is just a brief tutorial just to show you what I'm going to be doing in the following days. And we'll do listings, condos, all sorts of different templates that you're going to need. Anyway, like I said, this is a brief tutorial of how we're going to start creating templates and making your life easier. Thank you.